Hey guys, it's me, Pink Lover, and welcome to part 2 of the AC Moore haul, Shopkins and acrylic paint. The other one was Shopkins and just showing you what the paints look like, but in part 2 of this video, I'm going to be taking each individual paint out, showing you what they look like, and telling you the name of the paint. And I got a really good deal for this. It was only $20 for 48 different colors of acrylic craft paint. So let's take a look. So the first one is just plain white, and remember in the last video I said it came with 2 whites and 2 blacks, which is really good because those are usually the main 2 colors that artists or people who like to paint use. And this is just called permanent acrylic white. The next one right next to it is black, and it just is black. There's no specific name for it besides that. The one right next to that is called charcoal, and it's kind of like a light gray color. And this is an original gray color. It's just called gray. Next to that is a purple that literally matches my rug, and it's just called purple. It's a really pretty color. The next purple you get is really dark, and it's called crocus, or crocus. I'm not really sure how you say it. Then the next purple I personally think looks like a plum color, but it's labeled as violet. This purple kind of looks more like a pink than a purple, I would say. And it's called Heather, but it's one of the last 3 purples. This purple kind of looks like a lavender, but it's not. It's a little darker than a lavender, and it's called Hyacinth. And the final purple that you get in this paint set is called Lavender, and it's the lightest purple in the set. Then when you move on to the pinks, they call it Vivid Pink. I would probably say it's going to come out sort of neon, although it does look like a pale pink color, but it might come out neon. I think they could have gave me more than 2 pinks in this set thingy. They probably could have done like magentas and dark pinks and maybe like a really neon pink. But I'm not complaining because they gave you a lot of paints for a really good price. The final pink is called Princess Pink, and it's a very light pink. The next color you get is a really good color because with a little bit of brown, it could probably become a skin color, but I already have like a huge bottle of skin color for a project I made a while back. And this color is called Rivera Tan. And the other color that you get that's similar to that kind of remind me of like Starbucks, and it's called Latte. The next color, now we're moving into like the browns. This is like a brownish blackish color, and it's called Espresso Bean. Sorry if you see this like black thing, it's just part of the camera stand. The way I'm putting my camera, it's not like getting this out of view. It's being weird, but the last color in the first row of this set is called Burnt Umber, and it's a dark, dark brown. But a little bit lighter than the one before that, which was called Espresso Bean. The first color in the next row is called Chocolate Brown, and it looks like chocolate bar color. The one next to that is Rich Brown, and it looks like your normal everyday brown color. The next one is Burgundy, which is like a brownish red, but it's closer to like brick red than brown. Then we have a wine color, which is part of the red family, so it's supposed to be like red wine. And right next to that we have like a shocking blood red color, and it's called True Red. Next to that is the only orange whatsoever that comes in all the 48 colors, and it's just called Orange, and it looks like really bright, like it might even be neon. Let me open it and see what it looks like. Yeah, so that's kind of like a neon orange. You could always add little red and little yellow to that to make it more of like a natural orange color if you don't want to use a neon color. The next one you get is called Antique Gold, and it looks like a golden color, but I don't think it's actually metallic. Yeah, no, it's just supposed to look like golden color, but it kind of looks like the color of like honey mustard or something like that. The next color you get is Golden Yellow, and I want to see what that looks like compared to the gold. Yeah, this kind of just looks like a bright yellow. And then right next to that you get Buttercup. And then this is probably my favorite yellow, Banana Yellow. It literally looks like the color of like inside a banana, which means it's like a pretty light color. Like inside the peel, I mean. Then you get this greenish color that's called citrus, but if you open it up, it doesn't really look like green. It kind of looks more like a minty green kind of color, more than just like a straight up green. And then the one next to that is called Seafoam Green, and I absolutely love this color. I was going to paint my room like this color, but more of a mint green, but I ended up doing purple. And then the next one you get is called Nautical Blue, which means it's like colors of ships and stuff. That's what nautical means. Then here's that brush cleaner I talked about in part 1. It cleans brushes and conditions brushes for peak performance, so it'll keep your brushes nice and clean, and this stuff is just clear. Then you get the color Morning Blue, and that looks really nice. It's kind of more like a sky blue almost. It's a really pretty blue. Blue is probably like my second or third favorite color compared to pink. Then you get Baby Blue, which is like the color you see at baby showers, like that light blue if someone's having a boy. That's why it's called Baby Blue. And that was the last color for that row. And now before I move on to the next row, I want to show you the painting I talked about in my other video that I made recently. It's kind of like stained glass painting, and I'll tell you how I made it. It's supposed to be of Barbie, and this is what I did. Off the internet, I printed out a coloring page, and I put the coloring page under the glass, and with a Sharpie paint pen, I traced it, and then with acrylic paints, I painted one side and flipped it over and put it in the frame, and now it's on my bedroom wall, and it's just Barbie in like a flower garden kind of scene, and she's wearing pants and a pink t-shirt. Of course, it has to be pink, and with blonde and blue eyes, and she has a little sweater tied around her neck, and I did red and purplish color flowers. And the reason I got new paints is because the paints that I used for this, it was like really hard to use because they're almost like completely done, and most of them are dried out, so it was like really hard to do this, and it took a while and a lot of water. So yeah. And remember to comment down below if there's anything you want to see me paint with my new paints. So the first paint color of the final row is blue, and it is called Azure. It's just kind of like, I don't know what kind of blue this is. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's a really pretty blue. I like that blue. It's just like straight up blue. And then the next blue after that is dark blue, but they call it royal blue, which means it's going to be like that really pretty bright blue. That's nice. And then right after that, we have medium blue, which literally looks the same as Azure, I would say. It just has a different name, but it maybe is a little bit darker than that, and more of like a neon blue color. And then this is Aegean blue. I don't really know how to say that. I don't know what that means, so let's look. Oops. It kind of bubbled when I opened it. Yeah, that just kind of looks like more of a sky blue, or like one of those blue colors, like, I don't know, it's not like a bright blue. That's what I'm trying to say. The one next to that, I love this color. It's called Island Blue. Let me open it slower so I don't get like it to spill. Yeah, that's a really, really pretty color. It's hard to tell like the right colors when it's on camera, but it's like a teal kind of color. I'll say it like that. The next color is called Hawaii, and it's kind of like the color of Bermuda water, or like water in Hawaii or the Bahamas or Jamaica. Next you get turquoise, and we all know what that looks like. Next you get ocean blue, which kind of looks like the color of the water when you go to the beach or the bay. That's probably why it's called ocean blue. Now we're moving into the greens, and this one is called leaf green. It looks like the color of leaves on a tree, or like pine needles on a tree. Then you get foliage, and foliage, I believe, is another word for leaves. Next to that is olive green, and if you know, like, if you've ever eaten an olive before, it literally looks exactly like this color. Next you get lily pad, which is like those things that float on the water that sometimes have a frog like sitting on it and like a little flower grows off of it. This color is basil, and basil is a type of plant that they put in like tomato sauces that you can get on pizza and pasta and stuff. Next you get spring green, which kind of looks neon from the color of the outside. Yeah, that's kind of a neon green, I would say. It's a pretty color. And then like I said, this is the other black and the other white paints that they give you, because those are the two main colors that you use, and you're going to need a good supply of that. So yeah, overall I'm very pleased with the amount of colors for the price that they give you, and the variety of colors is great. I love everything about it and I can't wait to start using it. And comment down below if there's anything you want to see me paint. Okay? See you in the next video. Please subscribe to get me to 300 subscribers. Bye!